Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a Moroccan street food. This one is very popular. I believe that they put it in bread with like hot sauce or like something spicy, and it tastes amazing. This one is also a dedication to someone very special, someone who's been supporting me since I've started this channel. So Tonton Samir, hi, I miss you so much, and I hope we can meet soon when I go back to Morocco. And this recipe is very easy, very simple, and one of the best things I've ever tasted, like from Morocco. So let's just jump into it. To make the MAAKOUDA, we're going to, for our potatoes, we have here half a kilogram of potatoes, 1 egg, 2 cloves of garlic, 3 tablespoons of parsley, and for our spices we have salt, and then we have half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/8 teaspoon of Moroccan chili, or what we call Soudania. For the frying batter, we're going to need here about 1 cup of flour, water, we're not measuring. And then for our spices here, we have salt, we have half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/8 teaspoon of both baking powder and yeast. Our first step is to steam our potatoes. You can also boil them if you want to, but we're just going to steam them. And we're just going to cover it and let it cook. It shouldn't take more than 15 to 20 minutes. It's been about 20 minutes. Now we're just going to check if our potato is cooked. So it looks cooked, so now we'll just take it off the heat. So now we've transferred it to a bowl, and we're just going to mash it a little bit before we start adding in the rest of our ingredients. So once we've mashed it, and it needs to be a puree, so it needs to be super smooth, super soft. We don't want any lumps in it. Now we'll add the spices to it. And our garlic, or parsley, and you can also add coriander because the recipe also uses coriander, but we don't use coriander, so we'll just omit that step. And lastly, our egg, but before we add it, we just beat it a little. And now we're just going to mix that all in using our fork. So now we just grab a little bit of our mixture, and we just try to roll it, and then we flatten it out a little just to make patties. And we put it on a tray, and we just continue until we run out of our mixture, and then we let them completely cool down before we start cooking them or frying them. So after we've rolled out all of our mixture, our potato mixture, we're just going to set it aside while we prepare our frying batter. So our next step is the batter, obviously. So in a mixing bowl, you can totally mix it in the bowl of flour itself, but just for space, I guess, we're going to pour into a medium bowl our flour, as well as our spices. And we're going to slowly add in the water, just because we need it to be the right consistency, so not too thin but not too thick. So after mixing it, this is our desired consistency. So as you can see, it's not too thin, but it's not too thick either. So now we'll just let it sit for 10 minutes. So once our mixture, our flour mixture has rested, as well as our dough, we just take one and we put it into the batter, and we cover it. And then we just let it drip off the excess batter, and we just put it in oil using a knife. And every once in a while we remove these little bits and pieces over here so they don't contaminate our oil. And make sure it's on medium heat over high heat, because if it was on high heat, only the outside would cook and the inside would be raw. So now we continue the same process until we fry everything. So we fried it and this is what it looks like, beautiful golden brown, the crispy edges and the soft middle or center. And we typically serve it with hot sauce. So when we add the flour batter, the main thing is the potatoes don't absorb the oil, and that's what makes them like not feel greasy. And this is one of the dishes that I wish I could say I remember a certain time eating it, but I don't really have any recollections of eating it. So I'm going to pretend like I'm trying it for the first time because I might be. So let's try a piece. It's a lot better than I had expected it to be, because I did taste the potatoes when we just like finished preparing them and adding all the spices and all of that, and the potatoes that way didn't taste that great, so I really didn't have a lot of high hopes for this dish. But it turned out a lot better than I expected, and obviously the hot sauce adds more flavor to it, which is exactly what I liked. So this concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can support me to make more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!